My name is Jerry Murray, and I'm the Executive Director for Children's Community Services. You know, LSSI has been around for 150 plus years, and it was well-intended people that wanted to just provide support and housing for children at the time that didn't have homes. And so it started off from the heart. It started off from caring. It started off from being benevolent into trying to make better opportunities for those kids that didn't have homes or families. I know that I can do a better job of thanking our foster parents because we've got folks that care enough to step up and say, I want to help a child or I want to help a sibling group that has fallen on tough times and ended up having to be in foster care. We certainly could not do this work without our foster parents.
We are licensed foster parents, and then when there's a need, a child coming into care, then we get the call. Day to day, I love just like loving on our kids and getting the love back. There's just a million things I love about it. They're part of our family.
Each one's unique, each one has their own personality. Our kids have kind of, every time we've accepted a kid, they've kind of just rolled with it and accepted them as like their brother or sister and just treat them like a family.
It's absolutely been the most rewarding experience of our entire lives. And throughout the whole process, we've had some amazing caseworkers. They are really they help drive it because there are days that you're just like, I can't do this. Like we had a little boy for 2 years and I'm like, I can't let him go. Like I had expectations and it was hard and they're so great. They're just there to support you and support the family. My kids, they are our future. I ultimately want them to grow up successful, whatever that means for them, but I want them to know that they're loved. I want them to be able to trust others. I want them to be able to have a future that's aside from chaos. I mean, our life is chaotic, but it's a good chaos. I want them to know that they can do anything, that they have the power to do whatever they want as they grow up. Every single one of them has touched our lives, and I believe every minute that they're with us, we're touching their lives.
My name is Rebecca, and I'm a foster and adoptive parent through LSSI. LSSI was great. They did a good job of answering all of my questions, of making sure I had the training that I needed. And then once Lexi moved in, they did a great job of making sure we had the support around us that we needed. I had gone into the process wanting to be an adoptive parent, and usually that entails getting to know the child and meeting them several times before they move in. But she was open for adoption and yet needed a home that night. And she's this little sprite of a kid and came in the front door and just, you could tell she was trying to figure out what was going on. They had told her on the way over in the car that she was getting a new mom, and so called me mom from the moment she walked in the door. It's kind of the before Lexi and the after Lexi parts of my life. I mean, she brings so much joy and so much resilience, and she laughs all the time, and I can't imagine not having that now. I don't know what I'd do if she wasn't there. And so it's just, we're family. I mean, it's like any family member you love that family member and they enrich your life so much that I can't imagine not having that.
Whenever somebody want to hear my story, I tell them, I'm a foster parent, this is how it happened. Because I once myself was a foster child. And I knew growing up, I was in a home with children, different races, different skin tones, hair, color, eyes. And we were all told to be brothers and sisters. My mother always said, yes, that's your brother, that's your sister. And then throughout the years, we got people steady coming in, coming out, coming in, coming out. And I knew as I got older, I said, well, I wouldn't mind doing this because I saw what she did, my foster mother did. So that's what inspired me because I'm in the system. And I can relate to most of these kids. Timing is everything in life. And I knew that if I didn't do it, it was never going to happen. I made the phone call, I got the letter in the mail, came to orientation, and the rest is history. 3 months. I started in October, I was done in December. License and all. Quickly. I'm like, wow. And then the boys came, of course, 6 months later. So when graduation came for my boys, I just emotionally lost it. And these are just tears of happiness, not sadness. I'm happy because that lets me know I'm doing something right. What would the outcome have been had they been with someone else? I don't know. My son, he told me one time, my oldest son, he said, I probably would never have graduated had I stayed at the last foster home because she didn't like me. She was always putting me out. And he's one of the best children that I have. No problems, no discipline. He doesn't talk back to me. Just a good kid. So, this is real. I'm committed to this. This is not a joke. This is not about the money. The money, you cannot put a price on a child's life or a child's future. You cannot. And if you could, it's not enough. It's just never enough. At the end of the day, I can sit back, I've done my job.